Summer is only a few weeks away. Plan an epic road trip to Wyoming. Let's go fly a kite. Oh gosh, where you can attend a kite festival for free. Plus, you know him from Bridgerton, but now Regé-Jean Page is back on the big screen. Win a prize pack from his new movie. Colorado and Company starts right now.
Portions of Colorado and Company contain paid content.
Good friends, gonna get you through the day. Good friends.
Good morning. Right now is the time to be planning your summer getaway. So why not take a road trip to visit our neighbors to the north in Wyoming? Dominic Bravo, the executive director of the Wyoming Office of Tourism, along with Tim Kellogg, the creator of Matitsi Chocolatier, are joining me today. Hi, fellas. I'm so happy you're here.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. It smells amazing. So Dominic, we're going to start with you. Wyoming is being called a different summer destination. So what do you mean by that?
So of course we've been coined the last bastion of the West, but really recently we've been thinking that we're kind of like nowhere else on Earth.
Right.
I know that's a bold statement, but when you really think about it, we have so many beautiful outdoor open spaces. We're the 9th largest state by landmass, but we're the least populated. We also have a lot of dark skies, but probably the biggest thing I would say is you could be in the Red Desert or enjoying a rodeo on the high plains and on a 10,000-foot mountain all in one day. Oh. So you probably can't do that everywhere else.
Right, exactly. Okay, so Wyoming is for mavericks. It's a very powerful statement. So tell me a little more about what that means.
So, and we'll be talking to Tim here pretty soon. I would say that he's a maverick, but yes, Mavericks wanted.
Okay.
So really what it is Wyoming folks are known for their innovation, their Western grit, their independence. And so this summer we're inviting everyone to come and have that adventure with us. Come lead our lifestyle, come enjoy all those things that we have to offer. And just as I mentioned, like rodeo is our #1 sport, so it's our state sport. And you can come see rodeos, you can go to dude ranches, you can live that independent Western lifestyle in Wyoming.
Right, that kind of leads me to my next question. Here in Colorado, we love getting outside. We love our adventures, but y'all have a lot to offer in that department. Tell me a little more about that, Dominic.
So again, as I mentioned, it's everything you can think of. You could be enjoying some great fishing spots. You can be out whitewater rafting. You can be soaking in some hot springs. You can go on a rock climbing adventure, or you can go to a local dude ranch and literally herd cattle. All again, just in very close proximity to each other.
Wow, we're seeing all that in video. It's beautiful. Okay, after all of these adventures, Tim, I know I'll be hungry. So what did you bring us today? Tell me a little bit about this.
So this is a really quick and easy dessert that's actually quite tasty and savory. Sage is a dominating flavor across the West, not just Wyoming and Colorado. It's very savory. It blends very well with dark chocolate. So I was going to make a sage truffle brownie.
Ooh, who knew?
Yeah, so you just make your own batch of brownies at home, either from a kit or from scratch.
Okay.
And then the recipe for the ganache is very, very simple. It's all halves.
Okay.
So if you do 2 cups of chocolate, you do 1 cup of heavy cream and then a ½ cup of butter. Or if you do like
Perfect.
1 cup.
So just cut each thing in half.
Just cut everything in half. Blend it together, and then, before you do that though, you take the cream and the sage, you shred the sage, steep it in cream for a little bit, and then sieve it out, and then pour it into the chocolate, and you melt it.
That cream gets that sage flavor. Yeah. Oh, that's incredible.
And then you can either take the ganache and spread it over the tray of chocolate brownies, and then have cubes like this or bars. Or what you can do is if you want to put a scoop of ice cream on your brownie, then you just take the ganache and you pour it over as like a chocolate sauce.
Are y'all seeing that? Look at that.
And then it has that nice earthy, savory flavor, and it pairs very well with dark chocolate. You can let it set, or you can just eat it warm like that.
Do you put a little salt on top, maybe?
Well, no. Actually, what you do is you can just take a chocolate bar.
Even fancier.
And shave it right over the top.
That is beautiful. I would have never thought to add more chocolate, but look how pretty that looks.
And then it just gives it a nice little flavor and some extra texture. Yeah.
Okay, so Tim, how is your culinary work deeply rooted in the state, in Wyoming? Tell me more about that.
Well, a lot of my flavors are inspired by the landscape that I'm surrounded by.
Right.
So obviously the sage works very well with dark chocolate, prickly pear cactus fruit, huckleberries. We even have like Wyoming whiskey from the distillery, or beer and chocolate go very well together. Lots of microbreweries in Wyoming. Yeah, you can just be inspired by everything around you.
Right, by everything growing in your state. Okay, Dominic, what do you love most about Wyoming that you think everyone should come and see?
I think the biggest thing is I'm from Colorado, lived in Nevada, would go on I-80 and just say, that's a pretty state.
Yeah.
But once I moved there in 2008, getting off the beaten pathway, those scenic byways, the scenic highways, turning down a dusty road, and again, as I said, soaking in hot springs, joining the local, Main Street, again, where you can find Main Street culture is just phenomenal. So I would say just getting off the beaten path and you reconnect with something bigger than yourself.
Right.
In Wyoming, you feel connected and you get to breathe it all in, kind of into your soul, and it's just a phenomenal experience. It's transformational is what it is. And that's what I tell people. When you come to us, you'll be transformed.
That's beautiful. Tim, real quick, where can we find you?
I'm up in Meeteetse,
Okay.
Wyoming. It's kind of between Thermopolis and Cody.
Perfect.
So northwest corner of the state.
Oh, I love that. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Summer will be here before you know it. Plan an epic adventure now at travelwyoming.com. You can also follow them on social media to get more ideas on what to do on your trip. The handle is @visitwyoming. They sponsored today's segment. You don't have to choose between breakfast or lunch. No, you don't. Later, why brunch is becoming more popular. Spring break is in your rear view, but summer is just around the corner, and we still have all those summer clothes that I need to get into, okay? Good thing we have Nick Tverdik from ARIA Integrative Health. He's here, and they offer multiple technologies that he says can get you that inch loss quick. Absolutely. Okay, let's get into it with 0 downtime. Nick, let's get real. Yeah. Can we really lose inches in 30 days? And how can we do that?
Absolutely. Well, it depends on really what you're looking for.
Okay.
Right? In a perfect world, we started a couple months ago. That being said, depending on what you're trying to do, we do medical weight loss. We have 2 holistic nutritionists in-house. We can really dive into what you need to do both on the exercise side as well. But what we can do with technology really allows us to propel those results so much faster.
Take it over the top.
And we're seeing permanent results with what we use at the same time.
Right, it sticks around. Okay, the midsection, that's a problem for women, me, women, and men.
Yep.
And a lot of us feel like no matter how much time we spend at the gym, it just doesn't come off. So that's where you come in.
Yes.
Where can you help?
Well, once again, we customize every single package for each individual patient. There's so many cookie cutter places out there because they have 1 piece of technology, maybe 2. We have 25 different machines. So we really focus and optimize our patients' results based upon what they need. Like, we have the only option in the entire world, an entire program built around permanently destroying visceral fat.
Wow.
Plastic surgeons cannot permanently destroy visceral fat. We do it at the same time utilizing M-Sculpt Neo as building muscle. Wow. So not only are we able to permanently destroy that visceral fat for the first time ever, but we're also able to spot target subcutaneous fat, as you can see in these pictures.
I mean, those before and afters are incredible.
That is a life-changing result, and that happened in 30, 60 days in terms of what we're able to accomplish quickly.
Wow.
But we're able to permanently contour the body healthfully. This is the big thing. Most of these pictures that you're seeing, these were taken before the whole GLP-1 craze ever came out, and we were using GLP-1s far before they were ever super popular, ever a thing, because this is what technology can do. We can fine-tune and target and permanently destroy those fat pockets that you just can't get rid of with diet or exercise. So people that are already happy with their weight, but they're not happy with their shape, we can totally contour your body permanently without surgery, which is really exciting because this is all about confidence.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Making yourself feel better, especially for summer. Okay, so for me and a lot of other people, it's not necessarily about the scales, but it's really about those inches and how our clothes are fitting. How does Sculpture help?
So Sculpture is amazing because we're able to spot target the subcutaneous fat. So when I say subcutaneous fat, if you have soft, squishy fat and you don't want it, we can target those fat pockets and permanently destroy it, unlike any other machine that's out there. This is the safest option on the market. We're not damaging any other tissue besides your fat cells, where other technologies, specifically ones using cold or freezing, they're damaging everything at the same time, so there's a whole lot of risks there. We're killing more fat per treatment with Sculpture than any other option on the market. But the most important thing that I want everybody to understand, which is this is a great visual for everybody to see, is we put the lasers directly against the surface of the skin so the heat spreads.
Wow.
So other technology out there can really leave you with uneven results, almost look like somebody took a divot out of you. That will never happen with what we're able to do with sculpture. So we're able to target and permanently destroy in the safest and most effective way possible. We've actually done more treatments with sculpture than any other clinic in the entire world. So if that's the right technology for you, we're able to see absolutely life-changing results with this.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What about combining this technology with, let's say, a medical weight loss plan?
Absolutely, and that's where this really comes into us being able to customize. We do full comprehensive hormone optimization. We dive into correcting insulin resistance, which is the whole point of GLP-1s. You just happen to be able to lose weight. But so many people out there, yes, they might need to lose 20 pounds. However, no matter where they have been in their life, even since college or high school, they had a pocket. So now we can permanently destroy that pocket of fat while we guide the weight loss properly. We're not just looking at what the scale says. It's all about body composition. We make sure that our patient's muscle is not wasting away. There's a massive epidemic of issues that are happening across the country because people are losing lean mass with GLP-1s. That doesn't happen at ARIA, and we have the technology and the proper team to really make sure we're showing you those results healthfully.
And you're doing it all and keeping that lifestyle. Okay, let's say someone's watching and they are interested in those weight loss shots. Do y'all offer that at ARIA?
We do. So depending on what's going to be the best fit for you, we have a holistic option. We also have the full medical weight loss array. So depending on what you need, we want to show you those results quickly. So yes, if you go back to your first question, can we show you results in 30 days? Absolutely, and it's going to be done the right way. It's going to be done healthfully, but then we can also completely get you on a plan where we're losing 100 pounds in a year, 80 pounds in a year. Whatever is appropriate per the patient, healthfully, we're holding their hand throughout the entire process.
And I think we've talked about it. I lost 85 pounds using a GLP-1, but it was done over a period of a year, and we've talked about I got to get that muscle mass up so I don't lose it all. Okay, thank you so much, Nick. How do we get started if we wanted to get started right now?
Best thing to do is actually come in for a complimentary initial consultation. You're actually going to meet with me, and we're going to dive into what are you really trying to accomplish, what's bothering you, really look at what your goals are, and then we put together the proper plan to get you there. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It's all about you looking in the mirror and feeling confident.
Feeling good.
And everybody's a little bit different.
Right. Thank you so much for being here, Nick. You can call Nick and his team at ARIA Integrative Health and ask about supervised medical weight loss and ways to maintain your goal weight without losing muscle. Tone, tighten, and reduce. Call now for a free consultation, 303-953-2899. You can also see more online at ariaintegrativehealth.com. They sponsored today's segment. When we come back, an insider's look at the all-in-one place where you can shop and book your bucket list vacay. Our chat about the Denver Travel and Adventure Show with Pauline Fromer from Fromer's Travel Guides next.
The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
You don't have to pack your bags to take a worldwide adventure. The Travel and Adventure Show is happening right here in Denver at the Colorado Convention Center. With exciting news about the show, we chatted with Pauline Fromer, editorial director of Fromer's Guidebooks. Take a look. I studied abroad on semester at sea, so I am very happy to be speaking with you. Everyone knows Fromer Travel Guides. You've helped millions of people make travel itineraries go all over the world. So let's just start with the easy thing. How do we make the best travel itinerary?
Well, you think logically. You look at a destination geographically, and then you group together the attractions that you want to see by place, so you don't spend your vacation commuting. What you don't do is you don't copy the itineraries from guided tours, because often guided tours have parameters to them that have nothing to do with travel. So for example, if you're going to France and you do a guided tour, your tour guide has a limited amount of time they're allowed to work by law. And so you may not see as much on a guided tour of France as you would on your own. So if you copy their itinerary, you're missing out.
Wow, that is a great tip. Okay, I know there are a couple of places that are kind of having a moment right now, like Fiji. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, well, very quickly, every year we do a list of the best places to go in 2026. You can see the whole list at fromers.com/bestplaces2026. And we picked Fiji because for the first time ever, it's accessible. It used to be you had to take many flights to get to Fiji. Now there are a number of direct flights from the west coast of the United States to Fiji. It's a gorgeous island nation where you can have a vacation that's very like Hawaii, but less expensive and less crowded. So you go to Fiji, you have that real Pacific experience. If you are a Survivor fan, you can actually visit the Challenge beaches. You can stay at the sanctuary. People who know Survivor know what I'm talking about. And this being the 50th anniversary of Survivor, we thought that was a nice reason to go to.
That is very cool, Pauline. Okay, so Greece is a top destination for me. It's on my bucket list, and you have a favorite spot there. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, a lot of people who go to Greece go to the Greek islands, and some of them, specifically Mykonos and Santorini, are being overloved. They are so damn crowded. So we are saying go to the Costa Navarino, which is right on the coastline of Greece, much less crowded for now, and you get everything you do in the Greek islands. You have incredible ruins, you have beautiful beaches, extraordinary food, but without the crowds and slightly less expensive than many of the islands. I say it's undiscovered for now because the new movie, The Odyssey, starring Matt Damon and Zendaya, coming out this summer, filmed on the Costa Navarino. So it's going to be really, really popular soon when people see how absolutely gorgeous it is. So go now.
Right, go now before it gets too crowded. Okay, let's say one of our viewers doesn't want to go out of the US. Are there any hidden gems in the States that you could recommend?
Yeah, we are recommending Hot Springs National Park and Hot Springs, Arkansas. Why? Well, it's very beautiful. I hate to say it, but it's as beautiful as Colorado in many ways, very mountainous. Lots of interesting historic guest spas. This is where Al Capone himself used to vacation. Really interesting architecture, very interesting local traditions in terms of parades and festivals. And when you go to a place where the cost of living is low, your cost of travel is low. And Arkansas is very, very inexpensive compared to places like Colorado. So a really great place to go that not many people are going to.
Right, I'm actually from Memphis, so I've been there before, so I love that you're recommending that. That's so great. Okay, we're very excited because you're coming to the Travel and Adventure Show here in Denver. So tell us how we can meet you and tell us everything.
So the Travel and Adventure Show is a really interesting show for avid travelers. You will come to the Denver Convention Center. You will meet people from all over the world to see performances. Peter Greenberg is speaking. You remember that movie star, Andrew McCarthy from Pretty in Pink? He's now a travel writer. He will be speaking too. I speak at the end of each day, so come late in the day, and I'm going to tell you all kinds of tricks for saving money, because that's going to be really important in the coming year. And when I say saving money, I don't mean backpacking. You can have a luxury vacation for less if you're smart about it, and you're going to have to be smart about it this year because a lot of costs are rising.
Right. Pauline, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We really appreciate you, and we'll see you here in Denver soon.
Can't wait.
Plan your next vacation and get inspired at the Denver Travel and Adventure Show happening this weekend at the Colorado Convention Center. For more information, go to travelshows.com/shows/Denver. They sponsored today's segment. Eggs Benedict, sandwiches, and so much more. In about 2 minutes, easy ways to level up your brunch game. Stick around.
The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
April is one of the best times of the year. Why, you ask? Well, it's National Brunch Month, duh! Here's my chat with Food Network superstar, Chef James Brizione, to learn more about what's arguably the best meal of the day.
Chef, I am so excited to be talking to you, so let's get right to it. Has brunch grown in popularity?
Without a doubt, right? Everybody loves brunch. I mean, it gives you the best of both worlds, right? You've got all the amazing, comforting foods of breakfast. You got the flexibility of lunch and a little room to get creative in between the two, which is what I love, and certainly the way I love to cook. Yeah, that's the kind of cooking that helped me rack up multiple wins on Chopped and to beat Bobby Flay. But today, I've got everything you need to make your next brunch easy, delicious, and memorable.
I actually remember seeing you on Chopped. I love Chopped. Okay, so I love to host brunch at home, but I'm always looking for ways to add more flavor. Do you have any tips for me?
Absolutely. I think, a quick, easy way is with Del Monte vegetables. They make it super easy to create delicious meals and sides, and they've got a variety of bold new flavors to elevate your brunch this spring. We're talking Cajun-style diced potatoes or hot honey carrots. Those are going to bring some excitement to the table, whether you're going, breakfast style or leaning a little more lunch. I've got this Cajun potato breakfast burrito. Absolutely delicious, easy to make ahead of time. You throw a little andouille sausage in there to kick it up if you want. Add some avocado, add some, add your favorite type of cheese. A great way to start a brunch.
Ooh, that looks amazing. Okay, when I host, I'm also all about keeping things simple. What's your go-to dish that can kind of work for anything?
Any time of day, any event, bruschetta is always a winner. I love it, and that's why I love Contadina. They make it really simple to bring authentic Italian flavor to dishes. They've been doing it since 1918. They've got the full suite of premium tomato products, from versatile crushed tomatoes to petite diced tomatoes with basil, garlic, and oregano, which are really an incredible flavor shortcut all by themselves. This recipe is a crowd pleaser. You can keep it simple and let those beautiful tomatoes shine, or kick it up a little, add your own favorite ingredients: Parmesan, arugula, ricotta, tomato, or olives, tuna. I mean, there's so many ways to go with a great bruschetta.
I love that. You can kind of mix it up and change it up. Okay, so my friends and I, we love to eat. So what's something I can make that's easy but also filling?
Again, we're going to go back to bring some amazing Italian flavors to the table. Contadina helps us do it with ease and confidence. I love this. So most people know it as shakshuka, but in Italy, they call it eggs in purgatory. Starts with this amazingly rich and robust tomato sauce. You bake the eggs directly in it. Couldn't be simpler or more satisfying. But if you want to go even bigger and bolder, a skillet beef lasagna is going to leave everybody at the table feeling warm and toasty, ready to linger with a great brunch drink. And best of all, you make it in one pan, so the cleanup is super simple. It doesn't take a long time to prepare. Or you can try out this eggplant parm, which is a quick, light take on the classic.
Ooh, I love that. These are great ideas, Chef. Okay, I can't have brunch without some sips and some sweets. So what do you have that can kind of impress my guests for me?
Okay, well, the Del Monte pre-cut fruits, they have countless uses, from snacks to sweets to, yes, we can even make some amazing drinks with them. The mangoes and pineapples are packed in extra light syrup. They've been picked at the peak of ripeness. They're refreshingly chilled at the grocery store, just waiting to be turned into something special. Like, we've got a light and bubbly tropical mule mocktail that combines sweet mango, tangy pineapple with ginger beer. Or if you want something creamier, something a little extra fun, you got some kiddos at the table, mango smoothies come together with just 3 ingredients plus ice.
These are great ideas. Thank you so much for joining us today, Chef. I can't wait to use these for my next brunch.
All right, Kelly, thank you so much. We want everybody to go to delmonte.com and get all the recipes right there.
You got it. We'll be there.
You can get more brunch inspo by checking out delmonte.com. Del Monte and Contadina sponsored today's mention.
The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
There's a nonprofit that's building bridges across generations by connecting retirees with early childhood education. Here's Tori's chat with Lisa Armeo and Bob Brocker.
What is Early Childhood Service Corps? What do y'all do?
Oh, we do so many things, but we're a statewide nonprofit, and our mission is really easy. It's to integrate older adults into the early childhood field. But we do that in many different ways because we realize that not all older adults want to work with little kids in a classroom.
Fair.
So we offer many avenues for older adults to get involved in early childhood. So our sort of pitch line is that we recruit older adults, we train them, because it's really important. I know, sounds a little weird,
I
right?
love this.
We used to say recruit, train, and deploy, and then we were like, okay, that sounds a little odd.
No, but you're a core.
Yes,
you know?
we're a core.
Yeah.
So now we say recruit, train, and place.
In place. Okay.
Older adults, anybody 50 plus that wants to work, really support the early childhood community and industry, which I don't know if you know, but it's tough out there for those.
It is. It really
tough
is.
out there.
What a brilliant symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
And I've seen this in Japan and certain other places, and I just think that is brilliant. It's a win-win for both. What kind of impact does this have on the younger generation that maybe you've seen personally?
It's so widespread. I can't. When I started this out, I was really thinking, what would the impact be on the 0 to 5s, the littles that we work with? And the impact is huge because they get one-on-one attention. Their reading scores, they're more excited about reading. We just see all these positive things. But what I didn't count on, what I just didn't think about is all the ages in between.
Interesting.
So all the staff, all the parents.
Oh,
they form this
interesting.
multi-generational melting pot. And what we hear most of all is that it just creates a calm environment.
Just chilled out.
It just calms the environment down because they have extra hands. And we know that when children feel calm and safe, they learn better.
Way better.
Their behavior's better. So it's not such an energetic, crazy experience. So it's just, I knew that it would be a win-win for the littles.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't want to hang, well, I guess some people don't, but I love hanging out with littles. But
Here's some video. Keep
but
going.
to see what happens when all the other ages get involved.
Yes.
Our young professionals will call me sometimes and say, thank you so much for sending Miss Betty into our classroom because she's such a big help and she helps me navigate just life because of her wisdom and things that I would take really seriously. I get to relax about a little bit and then I can focus on the kids. It's all about focusing on the kids.
Right, and there's such a co-regulation going on. I mean, it's really very therapeutic in a way.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. On the reverse side, what about the adults that are helping? What have you seen from them?
So the reason that I started this is that I was aging and thinking, what am I going to do with myself as I get older? And what happens to you when you retire and you don't want to go on the cruise and you don't want to travel? What happens?
Yeah, what's the purpose?
Where's the meaning?
Yes.
And I just read an article this morning before I came talking about meaning and connection and sense of purpose,
Yes.
like being in an environment and people wanting you there. And that's what we hear. We hear a lot of joy, how much joy it brings people. We hear some financial gain because we actually give folks enough training that they can teach if they want to in a class. We just hear meaning, connection. I have a reason to get up in the morning. People are so excited to see me. Because if you're working in an early childhood class and you go there at 8 in the morning and you do not leave that class till 4, not to go to the bathroom, not to have lunch, and then Miss Betty comes in and all of a sudden you get a couple breaks during the day, you're pretty excited to see Miss Betty every day.
Right, yeah.
And so it creates...
Dear God, thank God for Betty. Yeah.
And then Betty, who hasn't felt that in a while, because you lose that connection when you're no longer working.
Of course.
Gets it.
The ikigai, that's what they say in Japan, the purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I just read a book on this. Fascinating.
Yep, it's all about that.
That's
it's
so
all about
amazing. Bob, I want to get you in here. How does age-wise help ECSC, which I guess is Early Childhood
Service Corps.
Service Corps, got it. How does it help?
Well, we're a website that helps people find services like Lisa's. We get about 6,000 visitors every month on our website.
Is that right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people looking out there, huh?
They're looking for information and services that help them with aging in the state of Colorado.
Sure.
Which, our aging demographic is the fastest growing demographic in the entire state.
Wow.
So we're going to have 20% of our population will be over the age of 65 in just 4 years.
Oh, my Lord.
So they're all good candidates.
Yeah, they are. You have a lot of people there. Good for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good for you. Yeah. So that's what we do, and we hope to help more people find leases.
This is amazing.
Our organization.
It's like you two combined make it a superpower. It's unbelievable.
We're
Amazing.
trying.
So I want to let people know, I know a lot of our viewers are going to be interested in this. I just know this. So to learn more about everything that Early Childhood Service Corps has to offer, all you have to do is head on to their website, earlychildhoodservicecorps.org. Take a screenshot right now on your TV or your phone of that website. They sponsored today's segment, and they're doing amazing, amazing work.
You, Me, and Tuscany. That's the newest rom-com getting ready to hit theaters. I've got a prize pack that you can win next. Colfax has always been one of Denver's most iconic streets. It's full of history, culture, and some of the best food in the city. But right now, construction is really making it tough for small businesses. Earlier, we talked with the owners of Mama Joe's Chicken, Biscuits, and Barbecue on how they're feeling the impact and what we can do to help.
Jody, for anyone who hasn't been to Mama Joe's yet, how would you describe what you guys do best? You mixing the barbecue and the biscuits.
So we call it Southern comfort food slash barbecue. So we specifically focus on like Carolina style, especially with something like the pulled pork. We toss it with a vinegar sauce.
Nice.
And then we just have kind of homey goodness, like our hush puppies, our fried green tomatoes. So
I hear a lot about the hush puppies.
they're amazing, and not a lot of people have things like that. Another thing we have at the restaurant is collard greens, which you just don't find in Denver often, and we do them really well. So just really yummy down-home food.
That sounds delicious. Okay, so Ben, y'all have been making everything on the menu in-house. I love that. Tell me about what you guys brought here today.
All right, so we can start on this end. We have our fried green tomatoes. We make those to order. We serve that with a mustard chow chow, which is sort of a mustard relish.
Oh my God.
Our fried chicken is kind of our signature.
Is it? Okay.
So we do a lemon brine on that overnight, and then we fry it to order, buttermilk. And it gets topped with pimento cheese, our house bread and butter pickles, and our house pepper jam on our smoked Gouda biscuit. And that's our top seller for sure.
I bet this is Gouda.
Yeah.
I bet it is.
The little flecks that you see in there are cheese.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good for you, but it's so delicious.
No, but it's good for here.
It's good for the
yeah. So hush puppies also we make to order, and we serve them with a smoked jalapeno white sauce. And then we have our barbecue pulled pork sandwich, which we top with our coleslaw, our Alabama white sauce, and our house pickles. My personal favorite is served with the apple barbecue sauce, which I think is just something that's very special and unique about Mama Joe's.
The apple barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
so-
apple butter barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
We make an apple butter, and then we turn that into barbecue sauce, and it's very addictive.
Yes.
Dang. And what is this over here?
The dessert spread. So we have a few more at the restaurant too, but these are some of our favorites. So this is a banana pudding pie. So there's a banana pudding inside, little empanada-ish.
Yes.
But there's like the southern banana pudding that's layers of vanilla wafers, whipped cream, banana. But this is our version of it, topped with some crushed vanilla wafers.
Oh my word.
It's really delicious. And then this is a molasses chocolate chip cookie. So a little more, and I put salt on everything.
I
so
do too.
You deserve
I love
included.
it.
Yeah,
Yep.
so a salty, sweet molasses chocolate chip cookie.
Oh,
yeah.
sounds so good.
And then just another view of that biscuit there, all the nice flaky layers in there.
Flaky little, and the
yeah.
flex.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how soft it is on the inside. You want to do a pull apart there?
do a pull apart.
Yeah, like, it's just,
Oh, Mama Joe's.
It'll hold up on the outside when you're eating a sandwich like that, but nice
And
and
they are
soft
so good.
on the
I
inside.
bet. And you could put apple butter on that.
Oh, you bet.
Yeah.
Or anything.
We've got honey, we got butter, all the.
We got 6 house-made sauces.
Unbelievable.
Everything is house-made.
Yeah.
That's, I think, what kind of sets us apart from other barbecue restaurants.
Everything is house-made.
Okay, so Jody, construction along Colfax is hurting a lot of small businesses, as I've said. How has it affected Mama Joe's?
Oh, you can look at our sales and just, you can pinpoint exactly where the construction started in front of us. Yeah. So they definitely dropped off because people are avoiding the area. And I can't blame them entirely. It's hard to find parking, but definitely has affected sales. Feedback has still continued to be great. It's just we need those bodies to come back.
It'll be great when it's
when it
done
ends,
because we will have a bus station
right in front
of it.
Perfect.
It's just getting from A to B right now.
Yeah. Jody, why do you think it's important for people to support local businesses around Colfax during this construction?
We have seen so many people just coming to the area, especially the community that lives right on Colfax, and they specifically say when they come in, we're coming in to support you, which is phenomenal.
Amazing.
So we just need more of that to happen. But it's just been difficult. I mean, I'm speaking from the restaurant side of things, like food cost is rising, labor costs are rising, credit card processing fees are rising, and like all that factors into the cost of your meal. So there's only so much we can charge for a sandwich.
Yeah,
but
at some point, you know, 16, 17 bucks is about as much as we can charge for a sandwich.
Right, but you have to be approachable.
Yeah,
yeah.
The
so-
overhead and all of that.
Right, but the more people that come in, the lower we can keep those costs.
I see.
Too,
Guys, we want this lower. Everybody come in. Everybody come in. What are your guys' favorites on the menu?
Oh man. I'm a fan of the pulled pork. That's probably one of my favorites. And then, of course, the pie. And I also probably eat a cookie every day.
Okay, good.
My go-to is our Nashville hot, which we didn't bring, but it is just, it's phenomenal.
We make these in-house too. So like we said, everything is
Yeah, these are house-made
in-house.
burger buns, house-made biscuits.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You guys are fantastic. I want our viewers to support. Thank you for being with us today.
Colorado, get out there and support local businesses like Mama Joe's during all of this Colfax construction. If you don't want to dine in, no biggie. You can order takeout, delivery, or even catering. Just go to mamajoebiscuits.com or find them on Instagram at Mama Joe Biscuits. From biscuits to the rolling hills of Tuscany, the new film You, Me, and Tuscany is all about taking chances. Take a look.
It's like you just suddenly turned up out of nowhere.
I gotta tell them the truth.
You got this.
With your mama becoming, I don't have una familia. You do now. This is too much. You deserve to live your life the way you want it.
You can see how this story ends on April 10th. But you know I have a cool prize pack to give away. This one is for the cook who loves romance too. I've got an apron, wine, utensils, and a kitchen towel to give away to someone. All you have to do is enter now by sending an email to mycoco@9news.com. Just put the word Tuscany in the subject line. The winner will be chosen at random. Good luck! Welcome back. Think back to your childhood. It's a windy day and you head out to the park to fly a kite. The city of Arvada special events coordinator Layla is here to help us relive those memories. Hi, Layla. Hi. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so let's jump right in. What is happening this weekend?
This Sunday is the legendary Arvada Kite Festival. It'll be Sunday, April 12th from 11 to 4 p.m.
Ooh, that's exciting. Okay, tell us about the festival and what all we can expect.
Yeah, so we'll have over 120 vendors, over 12 food trucks. We'll also be having free inflatables, free face painting all day long, and obviously free kite flying. So for all skill types, skill levels, we'll have plenty of space. I mean, we have a giant field.
What do you mean by skill level? Are there some like high-tech kite flyers?
Oh, they're professional kite flyers.
Really?
Yes.
So will we see some of those there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And what do? Do they like?
They use sport kites. They'll do some fun like giant kites that you see in the air. They are, you can't miss them.
You can't miss it. You will know which ones are the profesh.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's say someone doesn't have a kite. Can you show us how it's done?
Yeah, so I just brought like a little colored kite here that I colored myself.
Perfect.
And then obviously when you get when you build your own, you can use kite paper or any cloth material that's, you know, durable to the wind.
Okay.
And then you can also have just little, you know, wooden skewers, some tape, and some kite twine.
So you can kind of DIY if you need to.
Definitely. And
Okay.
we'll also have vendors on site that are selling kites.
That was going to be my next question. Okay, so if I'm not prepared and I just decide I want to come to the festival, I can still come without having a kite.
Correct.
And let's say I don't know how to put it together. Will somebody be there to help us put it together?
Yes, we do have some of our volunteers at our booth that'll help anybody in need to build their own kite.
Okay, cool. Earlier you mentioned that this is a legendary event. Yes. What makes it legendary?
The thousands of people that come out during the day. I mean, I think we had 10,000 last year. So
it's a big event.
Big event.
Like you got to be there.
Yes,
Okay.
very well known. We're also providing these shirts that are able to fundraise for Rawson House, and that's working with us. So an 11-year-old Vihan designed it. Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
we're going to be selling these T-shirts at the Kite Festival, and we do have our sponsor logo on the back, so it's presented by T-Fiber. So
very
yeah,
cool.
It'll change every year.
Let me ask you this. Is there like an age limit when it comes, or can any age come and fly a kite?
Any age can come. It's a very family-friendly event. We also have free Nerf zone as well, so plenty of things to explore at this event.
Okay, are there any rules when it comes to bringing a kite of your own?
No, I say bring as many kites as you want, and there's plenty of room and space to fly them.
Okay, this is a very important question because cost is on a lot of people's minds now, getting out and doing things. It's expensive to do things. How much is this event?
It is free to attend. I would bring money for food trucks or vendors, but all the kids' activities are free.
Oh, that's great. Okay, can you tell me where exactly it's located, where we can find you guys?
Yeah, it's at Stenger Sports Complex. That's right off West 58th Avenue and Quail Street. So that'll be the entrance.
And you mentioned other vendors. Will there be food trucks, drinks, lemonade, things like that we can get?
Plenty of food trucks. There's kettle corn. People love kettle corn on a festival day.
I do love kettle corn.
Some lemonade, so yeah.
Can we bring our own food? Like if moms need to pack their kids' lunch, can they bring their own food?
They can bring their own food. However, we always like to support some local businesses. So we always encourage either or.
Okay, this is a hard-hitting question. What's the coolest kite you've seen in all the years?
I saw a manta ray last year.
What?
Yes.
You saw a manta ray? Okay. Here's a serious question for you as well. What kite are you flying this year? Are you flying this Barbie kite, or are you going to have your own?
I will be flying this Barbie kite, yes.
Okay. How big is the biggest kite y'all have ever seen? I know I'm asking you a lot of questions.
Yeah, I would say like maybe 20 feet.
Wow, I mean, that's a big kite.
Yeah.
Okay, and are there any like bounce houses and other things for kids to enjoy? Like let's say the kid gets tired of flying a kite. Are there other things for kids to do?
Yes,
okay,
we
cool.
have 4 inflatables free for kids to jump in and have fun.
That's so
and
fun.
Face painting, so the endless choices.
Okay, here's my kite. I didn't quite finish it, but that's okay. Thank you so much, Layla. Grab your string and head out to the Arvada Kite Festival. That's this Sunday. It's happening at the Stenger Sports Complex. And remember, this is a free event. You can learn more at arvadafestivals.com. But wait a minute, I'm feeling generous today, so I've got another giveaway. This time it's for the new Bob Odenkirk movie, Normal. There's an advanced screening on Tuesday, April 14th in Denver, and I have some tickets for you. All you have to do is enter by sending an email to mycoco@9news.com. Just put the word normal in the subject line. Winners will be chosen at random and contacted later. Good luck. Thanks for your company, Colorado. We love getting to spend this hour with you. Portions of today's program were sponsored by the businesses listed on your screen. The ups and downs of dating. Tomorrow, Dr. Vivian is back to break down the latest red flag. It's called future faking. Ew. Thanks for being with us today. If you missed any part of the show, you can catch the Coco Encore at Channel 20 at 3 p.m. You can also watch us anytime on the 9 News Plus app. Have a great day. Y'all be good.